I got a good one for you guys this evening, but it is my distinct honor and privilege to stand here and accept the nomination to run for a 5th time for mayor of the great city of New Britain. I humbly and I am honored to accept the nomination of the Republican Town Committee tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all. I know that many are already wondering if this is going to be my last time running. Let's just start off with the elephant in the room, not to be, haha, elephant, Ellie. Where is Ellie? No Ellie? Okay, all right, that's fine. But to be frank, the answer to that question is unknown, because as long as I continue to see a need in our community, as long as I see a need for projects to be completed, for the quality of life to improve, for neighborhoods to be revitalized, I'll never close the door on continuing to serve the city that I love and to do what I know that I've done pretty good for the last 8 years. My passion is certainly in serving the city of New Britain. There's no doubt about that, and I don't think any of you in this room would question that. I've given it my all. Every day in, day out, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just ask my husband, he knows. But I will say I'm excited about the work that lies ahead. And one thing that I've learned over the years is that it is impossible to do this job alone, and I can't do it by myself. And so I have to thank my family and friends who are here tonight, and those of you who are watching online, my parents, and especially my husband, because as you can imagine, I bring work home with me very often, and he oftentimes catches the brunt of that. So thank you, I love you. My time as mayor certainly hasn't been the easiest. We know that when I first took office, New Britain was in a very different place than it was today. When we talk about facing that $30 million deficit, let's face it, the city's finances, they were bad. Oftentimes I thought that I didn't talk enough about the situation that we were in, the dire financial situation that we were in, but that was true. The letters from the creditors were piling up. It was a scary, scary situation. The state was breathing down our necks, saying we're going to come in and take you over. Jonathan Perugini is here. I'm sure he can attest to that. Not to embarrass you or anything, but you know, it wasn't just that. It was all around town. You had the vacant storefronts that were vacant. There was just, you could see it. All you had to do was walk downtown. You saw the issues, the homelessness problems that we had on full display in Central Park. Everything was left almost what seemed to crumble. We had to deal, in addition to dealing with all of that, I had to deal with physically abusive council members, opposition to much needed development and investment, purposeful obstruction that was rooted in nothing more than politics, and venomous rhetoric that came from the opposition, from the DTC directly. And all I can say is what a difference strong and caring leadership makes, and the impact that has on other people's perspectives of where the city is going. Together, we've shown the city what it means to be a part of Team Stewart by working together in a spirit of bipartisanship. That has been a staple of my administration and something that we're going to continue to do because that's what's right. We have a shared purpose. We've transformed our community from a city whose best days were behind it to the one that has been now twice recognized as an all-America city. This is bigger than just the Republican Town Committee's endorsement. This is the formation of a slate and a caucus that unifies our community. It's something that everybody is yearning and looking for these days. We might not agree on everything, and that's okay. But somehow, this group is still figuring out how to get along, how to have meaningful conversations, and to talk about our differences in a respectful way. And that's what makes what we're doing tonight even more special, because I think the rest of the United States has forgotten how to do that. So even though we might not talk about, nationwide politics or state politics, we talk about what's important to us and in our hearts, and that's what's right for the city of New Britain. I've prided myself for the last 8 years on bringing people together, not dividing them. And the Red Caucus leadership has proven this point time and time again, but most importantly, we've proven it in our actions and our ability to get things done. I mean, Danny Salerno is the head of it. I mean, my goodness. And he's done an incredible job. Danny, thank you. And while you're running for treasurer and not city council tonight, we'll definitely miss you on the council, but we know you'll be signing our checks, so that's okay. I mean, maybe. I have to thank and truly thank the Republican Town Committee for your willingness to join me in this effort and for putting a discount on party labels and putting a premium on doing what is right for New Britain. So I thank you very much. You know, unlike some other cities in our state who ignore their own problems and then look to the state or their neighboring communities for solutions, we in New Britain have done much more than merely identify our challenges. In New Britain, we get it done and we fix them. We don't sit around or look to others when we realize we're in it pretty deep. We roll up our sleeves and do what needs to be done. Sit down, come up with the ideas, come up with the solutions ourselves, and do the dirty work. We're not afraid to do that. We put comprehensive plans and initiatives to address our problems, and we make hard decisions because they're necessary for us to move forward. We lead because we care. The decisions are oftentimes tough and unpopular sometimes, but then again, governing is not meant to be easy. Let me say that one more time. The decisions are tough and oftentimes unpopular, but governing and leading is not meant to be easy. Being mayor is not a job for the faint of heart. It's not a role for someone who will need on-the-job training. And it's certainly not a position for someone solely trying to advance a radical agenda that's focused on a few rather than the many. As mayor, you need to know the difference between what is good for some and what is best for most. That takes a lot of learning, and it takes a lot of listening. I constantly surround myself with people from all different parties, backgrounds, and listen to diverse schools of thought because I know that's the only way our city will succeed. And as mayor, I will continue to ensure that everyone has a seat at my table. Real leadership requires the ability to make tough decisions that are rooted in an unparalleled love and care for our community. That's the Team Stewart way, and that's why we've been successful over the years, because other people see that and feel that. Our accomplishments are obvious. As Trammell, Mr. Chairman, stated, together, we've made it through a global pandemic. We brought the city back from the verge of falling off a fiscal cliff. This year, we delivered New Britain's first real tax cut in 15 years, since a previous Mayor Stewart. We've seen 8 straight years of grand list growth. We've brought 1,400 new businesses into our city. Yes, that number's correct. 1,400 new businesses have moved into New Britain. We've secured millions of dollars in additional funding for the Board of Education and provided a helping hand to some of our community's most vulnerable residents through the creation of New Britain Recovers. And it's fun to take time tonight and reflect on all of these accomplishments and many others, but I still look forward to the future because our mission is still not yet complete. Our vision may have started 7 years ago, but our results-driven agenda is still pushing forward each and every day, and there's always more work that needs to be done. We must continue to lead, we must continue to care, so that New Britain can continue to win. Our agenda is simple. It's focused on you and your families, because that's what I care about. That's what my team cares about. The city's resident and its residents' well-being are our first and last thoughts each day. I lead because I care, and I want New Britain to thrive. So we're gonna get out there, and we're gonna do it again. But I need your help. Right? The entire slate that we nominated tonight are going to need your help too, and I am so proud to stand alongside of them. Some old faces, some new faces, some very new faces, who have really come forward and shown their passion and caringness and that they want to be a part of the future of our community and want to be a part of the Team Stewart way. And for me, that's heartwarming, because for me, it's leaders create more leaders, right? And it's really heartwarming for me to know that there's some incredible people that want to be a part of what I'm doing and truly believe in it. And I think at the end of the day, that's what sets us completely apart from the others, is that there is a lot of heart and soul and a whole lot of New Britain in this room right now. And that is exactly what matters most. So our dynamic team will get out there. And we know what we need to do, hit street by street, neighborhood by neighborhood, to bring our message to every corner of this city. We've started doing it with our mobile mayor's offices, and the love is out there, and it is good. You don't have to get out the car. Just drive by, beep, and wave, give the thumbs up, and say, I'm voting in November, and that's all we care about. But together, we're going to cover this city inch by inch. So thank you truly from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight, for your nomination and your continued trust in me as your mayor. And I'll continue leading with a caring heart and a level head rooted in common sense, which is in short supply these days. I'll remain driven by facts and results and committed to making a better life for everyone in our city, no matter your age, your race, your gender, your ethnicity, or your religion. I'm here to serve everyone. So I'm extremely grateful for the faith that you continue to place in me as your mayor and lead our city into the future. I care, I lead, and when I do that, New Britain wins. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.